Michigan should win 10 games this fall. And I say that in light and in the context of the NCAA ruling on Michigan's punishments, because there was no postseason ban. There were minimal suspensions. Moore's only going to get suspended for the 2 games that Michigan self-imposed, that being against Central Michigan in Week 3 and Nebraska in Week 4. The schedule, I think, is light. Michigan's top 25 in returning production. And they're not being fined. They just can't access the money they would usually earn if they made the postseason. So it's not even a direct fine where Michigan is paying the NCAA or paying the enforcement office, whatever term you want to use. They're just not going to earn money if they reach the postseason. They're not going to earn it, which hurts, yes, but with the donors that Michigan has, with the resources they have, and the fact that they already are pretty committed, I would say this is something that stings. And I think this will only hurt Michigan if the donors feel like they have been bit in the rear. The reduction of official visits will hurt, but that's for the future. That hurts recruiting, but that's for the future. That's not for the here and now. As for the here and now, Michigan needs to improve dramatically from last year. They need to reach the playoffs. If they do not reach the playoffs, I think it's pretty fair to assess the 2025 season as a failure. You cannot have any more inept offense. You must unlock your offensive talent, utilize Chip Lindsey, the new schematics he's bringing in, Bryce Underwood's talent, and you must improve at receiver. You can't get worse at receiver and quarterback. If you are somehow just as bad there as last year, the staff should be faced with some serious questions. Before we resume this segment, please take a few seconds of your time to make sure you have liked the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and for any team podcasts and playlists linked in the description, and also comment your thoughts down below in the comment section and join my Discord server via the description. All of those things I just asked you to do are completely free, and they sign you up for things related to my channel, or they don't sign you up for anything. No cost to you, and all the benefit to you because we release daily college football content here on College Football with Sam. If you want to support the channel monetarily, sign up for a YouTube membership, or check any other links in the description for my merchandise store and Patreon page. Thank you very much, and let's get back to the segment. And we should be concerned about that. As for the offensive line, the running back group, the tight ends, you want those groups to improve from last year. Tight end, realistically, you cannot, but the offensive line and running back room can certainly make up some ground from where they were last season, especially at tackle, and I would say especially with running back depth. Maintaining Michigan's identity with a good rushing attack, with a defense that is among the nation's best, on top of unlocking offensive talent to a realistic degree and having improved quarterback play and play calling, with Michigan's schedule, should result in a playoff caliber team. National title team? No. I think Michigan is a year, if not 2 years away from that. But just reaching the playoffs is a much easier task than winning the national championship. They should reach it every year. It's the same thing with all the Blue Bloods. Sin Nebraska, because Nebraska just made their first bowl appearance in several presidential terms. So they still need to get to that level where they can make the playoff. But every other blue blood should expect to reach the playoffs on an annual basis. I think 9 wins for Michigan is just acceptable. Depends on how the 9 wins fall. And I think 10 or more wins is a success. Probably a resounding success depending on where those wins fall. As for the schedule, up on the screen here with Michigan, they're plus 210 right now to reach the playoffs, plus 1,000 to win the Big Ten with a win total per FanDuel, as all these odds are, of 9.5. Week 1, you have New Mexico. Week 2, you play at Oklahoma. Week 3, you host Central Michigan, and that game along with Week 4 at Nebraska will be the games in which Sharon Moore is suspended. Won't be able to be with the team for the whole week, not just game day. Off the Week 5 bye, Michigan hosts Wisconsin. They play at USC Week 7, host Washington Week 8, play at Michigan State Week 9, and host Purdue Week 10. Off the Week 11 bye, there's a neutral site matchup against Northwestern and Wrigley Field. They play at Maryland, and they host Ohio State in the game. That game, along with, I would say, Michigan State on the road, USC on the road, Nebraska on the road, and Oklahoma on the road, are very critical matchups. Michigan has 5 games that I think they have a very realistic chance of losing. 4 of those are road trips: Oklahoma, Nebraska, USC, and Michigan State. One of them's that home game against Ohio State. And look, if everything goes wrong, they could lose to Wisconsin or Washington. Seriously. But I'm talking about the expectations here. If you were a blue blood team and you were not Nebraska, where you were reeling off of a horrific season, and Michigan's season was horrific relative to their expectations and previous success, it is not a horrific year relative to the FBS as a whole, such as some of Nebraska's seasons have been. If you are a blue blood and not Nebraska, and Michigan fits that bill, you should expect to reach the college football playoff every year. I think that's pretty realistic, especially with a schedule like this. Michigan is a top 15 roster, and among the top 15 rosters, they probably have one of the 5 easiest schedules. So just, it's a pretty simple equation. Doesn't paint the whole picture, but I think using that is where I get my expectation that Michigan should win 10 games and reach the college football playoff. You optimally should beat Ohio State and Michigan State, but if you lost both of those games and won all the other 10, then Michigan would probably be in the college football playoff. Wouldn't be in Indy, but they would be in the college football playoffs. So it's something to consider there. And I think if Michigan, I know if Michigan reaches the playoff, that will earn the long-term trust of fans and donors, and anyone who isn't already bought into the idea of Michigan football under Sherrone Moore will then be bought in if Michigan is able to reach the college football playoff. I cannot describe how big those 2 games in week 2 and week 4 at Oklahoma and at Nebraska are. If Michigan starts off the month of September 4-0, there's a very realistic chance they go 11-1 or 12-0. Very realistic. If they start off 2-2, then you have to win out, probably. Or maybe you can drop 1 game, but I would say at that point you have to beat Michigan State and you have to beat Ohio State. And those will not be easy tasks. So as for Michigan, the expectations are high, as they should be. And once Nebraska, that example I keep using where they're the only blue blood who shouldn't expect to reach the playoffs every year, once they can consistently show that they can play at that level, then they should as well. It's just a nature of a blue blood to have those high expectations. If Michigan doesn't win 10 games, and certainly if they don't win 9, then I would say the season is an absolute failure. Thank you for watching College Football with Sam. Make sure that you've liked the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and team playlists and podcasts in the description, join the free Discord server where we talk college football 24/7, and have commented your thoughts down below. Check out the description for any ways you can support the channel monetarily. Everything else I've asked you to do is completely free, and your support means the world to me. We're trying to become the next big thing on college football YouTube. 6-figure subscribers, maybe 1 million one day. I think we can do that. And also check out any videos or playlists, anything in these columns right here, where there will be videos and playlists. Yeah, you get the point. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.